All right, we're doing alignment askew for tier 2. Alignment askew tier 2. All right, and well, oh yeah, we're fine. Okay, and hour-long speed potion. This is where we're going to use that. That's actually the function of the clicking on an enemy. It does two things. It can damage them, but it also stuns them for a moment. And if you learn this in the tutorial and then promptly forget that if you are watching the animation of like a ranged or magic attack enemy, if you click on them while they right after they start that animation, you interrupt them out of the animation. It's actually something that specifically gets called out and taught to you in the tutorial. It's just it's very rare that you would ever need to do that. It's very micromanaging the game, but on that variant, it comes in very handy. I don't know if I've ever tried to do that with a Valindra. I wonder if we could pull her out of her AOE. I'll have to watch. Someone's gonna have to remind me when we're in that fight to watch for that. Might be possible. Very well might be. Oh yeah, being in a big city and then going to somewhere else is like you lose all the good food options. And like even here, like there's food like downtown, but going downtown is like a half an hour. I don't want to drive a half an hour to get some of this stuff. It's just this city is so sprawled that it's the good food that I have near me is a place I just can't afford to go to as much as I'd like, and it's the best Indian restaurant in town. Um, it's just down the street, but it's pricey because it's the best Indian restaurant in town. Yeah, you click a lot with in the tutorial. you can end up clicking a lot in the tutorial. Oh yeah, Chicago. I've been to Chicago a few times, and so many different types of food. I always ate pizza, but there were not always, but most of the time I ate pizza. It's just shocking, but it was neat seeing all the different stuff and knowing that if I were in the mood for something else, it was pretty easy to get. Yeah, Letty, a lot of times restaurants will be inspired by something like, and they do their version of it, but it isn't necessarily the version that people have grown up with and stuff, right? They'll have a well, yeah. A lot of times restaurants will take shortcuts to make things because it's the difference between having to churn out tons of it repeatedly and just making dinner for yourself, right? An ad break coming. I don't know, I clicked on the wrong thing. All right, we got a Spurt chest. All right. Well, contracts at least. I don't have enough jobs either. But can I go buy a gold chest? No. Nope. Oh, let's see. We need to hit 22,500 tokens before the event ends so we could buy 3 packs. I'm waiting until we're done to see if anybody gets close to like a pity timer. I don't think they will. I don't do French onion. I'm not a big onion fan. Speaking of another thing, my body doesn't necessarily like. I don't always like the flavor either, to be honest, but in some cases I'll enjoy them. Like I had onion rings the other day. That was good. But But most of the time, I don't want onions anywhere near anything that I'm eating. I will dice, like I will make spaghetti. I used to make my own like spaghetti sauce in college, and I would make spaghetti sauce with onions in it, but then I'd be like that. I'd be eating it and just kind of scrape it on, like, and not eat any of the onions or bell peppers or any of the chunky stuff. They flavor the sauce for me, and then I don't want them. I don't want them. And if you're gonna do like onion rings, it better be like the best ones are like a good sweet onion. Those are my favorite. How many stacks did we get? Wow, we got a few more to go. Good job, Briv. Briv actually got attacked and built up some stacks on that last run. That's helping this go faster. We're probably going to end up with a potion left. Oh no. Simply because of the Briv jumps. Not the worst thing in the world, but was not expecting. Alright, then we can go buy it. Gold chest again. Nope. Yeah. 2 potions. Neither of them were what I wanted. Neither of them. You know what I'm going to do? That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to click there. Take this down to 50. Hey, we opened 1,000 treasure chests. Nice. Oh, large potion of speed. Yes. Did we get it? And we got a medium too. And did we get a small? We got a small. That was worth it. Oh my god, that was so worth it. Nice. Nice. That's what we want to see out of our chests. Phrasing. Phrasing. So remember, basically, once we're going to finish Spurt here, then we'll have Galen or Kira left. So this is most likely Monday and Tuesday, or whatever order we do these in. Monday and Tuesday. I basically figured it was going to take like a stream to do both those variants for everyone. But we just got some more speed, so who knows, maybe. Well, now here's the thing. Even if we finish this one early, starting the next one, you wouldn't see the end of it. It would be fine. So we could get a little bit ahead, but we just wouldn't be able to see it. We wouldn't get to the end. What's this one? Oh. Yeah. This is the stop it. That's not that buff. That's that. What the hell did you do? What the hell? This just overrode. This overrode. Rover likes to override everything. Oh my god. I don't understand how to maximize Spurt. In what way? Oh, I guess here's the generic thing. Spurt wants to be dead. Like this. Spurt wants to be dead. That's one. That's one maximization. 2, Spurt wants to be surrounded by as many people as possible. because that's going to build up his uh, where is the thing? This isn't Spurt. That's the wrong Cobalt. It's going to build up Waspiration, so he's going to create effects from Waspiration based off the attacks of the people adjacent to him. So those are the two main things. But then his spec choices will adjust like where you place him versus where where your primary DPS is. Because he's either going to be adjacent or he's going to be 2 spots away. And that depends on your formation, right? In this formation, if I wanted this more optimal, he'd need to be here. Actually, he just needs to be here. I don't know why I didn't have him there. Oh, because in this formation, well, no, because this is that's why, because this is our DPS. This would have to go back over here. Okay. But yeah, this would put him adjacent to 4, have him dead, and then I've got him in the spec where he wants to be 2 away from the DPS. This would be optimal Spurt. Raising. Jesus. They're seeking to beating Category solo variant in tier 2. Yes. It just come down to item levels. It could, but no. The secret is I was actually just showing it on stream. When we get to the boss again, I will. Well, I'll try. You can't have speed potions going to do this. Yeah, it's too challenging. You can try it, but I will demonstrate. You need to interrupt the boss's attack. The rest of the garbage levels you should just be able to get through with one trick. Have a fire breath potion running. Have a click damage. These fire breath potions running with a familiar out, and that'll just occasionally Caddy Bree or the Dark Urge or whoever if you got the Dark Urge or Dungeon Master or whatever out, great. But if it's just Caddy Bree, she will set a very high bud value. But then you don't have to wait for her with the fire breath potion. You don't have to wait for her base attack cooldown. And that's usually the problem. Is usually like ranged people will come out and kill Caddy Bree before she can kill them. Fire breath potion kills them first, and she will still set bud when she needs to keep the fire breath potion nice and damagey. But the boss then, Belial Tavabent, that is who then will wreck your day, because you can't just attack her right away. And she's going to use her base attack on a regular basis. And so what you have to do is interrupt the base attack. And so we're almost there, but if we don't, is he going to jump? No, okay. She does a wind up. She pulls her arm back to go to throw an attack, and as she starts to pull her arm back from her base idle animation, if you click on her, she goes, "What?" And she just goes back to regular idling, and she won't attack. That her arm moves back first, and then it moves forward. There, I just interrupted it. She didn't attack. I didn't do it that time. So it's very hard with speed potions. I just did it a couple times, but that interruption without speed potions, she has this slow arm pullback into throw, and you can click as the arm starts to move. You just click, she just gets interrupted out of the attack, and you never have to take damage. So it's fantastic for Caddy alone. Tier 3, man, I guess if you had the damage for tier 3, it's harder. You do need a combination of gear. As you go up the higher tiers, you do need better and better gear and more just general buffage. The 40% won't scale hard enough into tier 3. I got through tier 2 on this account, and my Caddy Bree is in, got 2 purples, 2 solid purples, 4 blues, item levels, maybe average item level 15. And I was able to complete tier 2, but I had to use that interrupt method to get forward. I also had the Dark Urge in, because the Dark Urge can go anywhere. I don't know if I'd have been able to beat it without the Dark Urge, honestly. His damage was setting bud, and it was higher than Caddy Bree's. because he was getting buffed by her. You put him in front of her. So if you don't have the Dark Urge and you don't have like Dungeon Master could go in as well in slot 6, and then Dungeon Master could pull in somebody else. If you don't have these to up your damage, tier 2 might be rough damage wise, but if you've got the damage and you're just dying, then it's the interrupt. It's a fire breath potion and the interrupt on the boss. Thanks for Patron 101. I got the last gear from Zero Shop. Nice. I found it comes in handy for Elminster too once you get there. It obviously it doesn't get you as far, but it's still, that efficient variant list is still where you want to feel like you kind of want to start with that, just to knock out easy stuff. You're welcome, El Jefe. Before the hotfix? No, this is after. Before the hotfix with Dark Urge, you could go all the way. If you had the damage, you could go all the way to 2001. Caddy Bree would never have to die, but now in the modern times, you have to go in and keep manually keep Caddy alive with clicks. For those who don't know, there was a bug with the variant when the event first dropped, where everyone that was in your party would have a 10-second ult cooldown and sped up attacks. And if you brought Dark Urge in, that meant he could fire his ultimate off every 10 seconds, which meant if you put him in front of Caddy Bree, he could perma tank, because when his ult goes off and resists the urge, Withers would resurrect him and give him 15 seconds of damage immunity. And then his ultimate would come back in 10 seconds. So the ultimate was always up and he could just res immunity forever. Can't do that anymore. But that's how it worked. It was neat. It wouldn't give you damage. It couldn't get me through stuff that I didn't have the damage for, but it would keep you alive. Just like, oh, I want more gems. So gem hungry on this account. Gonna say we got an epic on the hitch, and it's like great because we're not even using hitch anymore. Whatever. Any epic, any non-dupe epic is a good epic to get until we're full epic on our core and evergreens, because it just takes one more off the list on our way to full epic. And there's stuff for that, like you won't be using Jarlaxle by then, but Jarlaxle has an ability based off the number of epics. Master a tuner. There's also a blessing that's based off the number of epics. I think it's in Avernus. Yeah. No, where is it? Slow and steady. Nope, it's in Waterdeep. Slow and steady. Damage all champ is 2% for every piece of equipment of epic rarity, multiplicatively stacking. So it's not a big bonus at 37, but when you have everyone in epic, it gets bigger. Oh, because that's how math works, Garwar. Of course it gets bigger, but you know what I mean. But there's like 100 full epic, and there's 130, so it'd be 1.02. And it's 134 champions times 6. Should have done that math first. 134 Thanks, 24, 2, 18, 20, 0, 2. 804? Is that right? It's an 8006 buff. 8006 buff once you're full epic. That is 804, right? Yeah. Do that now that I'm. Yeah, hey, I got it right. Nice. Nice, I can finger multiply still. Awesome. Or not finger, like in my head. Finger multiply. There's a whole other finger multiply where you're like counting across and stuff. I don't know how to do that one. I don't know how to do that one. Look at this. This is what I said. I think we might have wasted some of our potion. 35 minutes left, and we're over halfway there. Whoopsie. Finger waggling. Now, that's different. That's different. Finger waggling is different. I'm one of those people that when I close my eyes, I don't see anything. Like, I can't imagine a picture or anything. So, like, when I'm trying to close my eyes, I'm just trying not to be distracted. But it's the act of moving my fingers that then, like, whatever, my fingers understand the numbers I've written, even though they're not actually there. And then I can, like, do that stuff because I can't see it in my head. Can't see it in my head. But yeah, that would be an interesting way to do your hand movement spell portion of your spell casting is just to be like, this is 69 times 4. I cast that and my spell is cast. Like you're just doing math, but you're doing it like this. That's totally casting. It would pass for casting a spell. You just got to figure out what the numbers are and do the same numbers every time, right? Make a little note next to each of your spells, what numbers you're multiplying, and then do the thing. I'm like, and boom, yeah. Do math in my head. I'm visualizing the numbers. I can't see them. So I mean, if you're seeing them in your head, congrats. You're the portion of the population that can see things that you imagine in your head. I can't. I'm the other portion. Yeah, you could also be like for a Rubik's cube, but you know, that one's a little harder. I feel like for me. Close to the point where we can stop level up click damage. Basically, just looking at the area-based monster health, it's still at E79 because this is an event run, so keep increasing that. You have 2 apples and 3 pears. What do you have? The wrong order. The wrong order. How did I get? I ordered a pizza. What? uh, 2 beans and add 1 more. How many do I have? Too many. Too many. No, not the number 2. The concept of too many. I've never seen Blackadder, so I wouldn't know. Okay, so we're basically coming up on the end of our ability to kill things via click damage from leveling up click damage. So now I'm just going to kill a Fire Breath Potion instead, and we can kill. Now that'll kill things. That'll kill things instead. Death by fruit salad. Itching to buy another gold chest. I'm like, you got any more? You got any more of those gems? We're raced through this though. Man. Already at 330? This is the power of a large speed potion. It's just it's a much bigger multiplier. We got nothing done on the guide today, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I read through part of it. Oh, no, I did make an adjustment. That's true. Well, I did add a couple sentences. Whee! Watch the hand motion. See that hand goes back? I forgot to do that earlier. I forgot to fill that out earlier, but yeah, when the hand goes back, click it. I know we did do it. Whatever. Whatever. The more you can practice that, the better you'll get it. I think we're only 6 variants away from Azaka, if my math is correct here. Good. It's good to know. Did I add Swippy Swappy? I did to the terminology guide. Yeah, I updated that yesterday. Oh no, I absolutely added Swippy Swappy. I was mad that I hadn't had it in from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, cracked is an acceptable term for that. Yeah. My math is cracked here. I feel like that's a valid way to phrase it. My math cracked. Why, yes. Yes, it is. "50 areas." We flew through this. Our bud has gone down. So we need to consider. Just going to do this swap. Bring out everybody's favorite buddy, Barlock. There we go. Oh, that's Bruner. Why is Bruner now doing the most damage? What the hell, Bruner? What just happened? He's getting buffed by Carlock. That's what just happened. Did I do? I got 2 champions away, so he's not getting buffed by. And this is. Wait. Oh, that's. We did bottom. We did bottom. This has got to be like this. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. Brunner does not have gold find anymore. He can contribute to all the gold find in the Companions of the Hall is now on Regis. There we go, 123. Yeah, Bruner came in and went, all right, this is how you do it, lass. Just went to work. And just went to work. I mean, he does have a. There's a reason he actually has a solid DPS. He's scaled with where is it? He has one that's it doesn't even show up over here. Inspired, increase the damage of Bruner by 100% for each adjacent champion. And he was sitting there with 3 adjacent, so he was getting a boost. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, but this should get us through E123 range. Except for big hit, we shouldn't have an issue. Boo. Boo. Yeah, Bruner's just like, huh, nice to meet you. He puts the axe down, reaches into his mug or into his shield, pulls out a mug of beer, hands her a beer, and goes, sit back and watch. Goes to work. Because remember, his shield is the shield of foaming ale. You literally can just reach into the shield and pull out mugs of beer. Pull out mugs of beer endlessly. I don't know if there's a limit. Canonically, there was a point and like they were celebrating, and then just all the soldiers coming through, and he's just handing out beer to everybody. It's probably not the best beer in the world, but you know, it's endless. It's endless, which for some people makes it the best beer in the world. Oh, I know what happened. Our click damage wore off. Our click damage wore off, folks. That's fine. We're only a few levels away. The shield of root beer. I'd take the shield of foaming root beer. I would take that. Yeah, it's caffeine free, foaming root. Just, you know, give me that. These are the kind of levels that Lae'zel is made for. Those fires, you just got to kill some enemies and then skip the whole fire thing and move on. That's literally what she exists for. Her speed effect. I think like here's the fun magical items for food and drink. I need a mug of endless root beer, a bag of endless tacos. Then you need something. I don't know how you do pizza because it has to have a very big opening. I don't know. But hey, root beer and tacos for your travels, it works. All right. Alignment is Askew. That's tier 2 done completely for Spurt.